very good afternoon. Today, at the Vinod Gupta School of Management, IIT Kharagpur, we had the pleasure of hosting an eminent leader from the OTA industry, Mr. Arjun Mehra from GoIbibo.com. He is the Director Revenue and Category Hotels. Welcome to our college, sir.
Thank you.
So, after this exciting session that we had today, we had a few more questions that we couldn't ask you, but we thought that we could do this interview.
Sure.
The first question we have for you is, you had been through a major merger in the OTA industry, as you had said, the merger of GoIbibo and MMT. What were your most interesting observations that you had during that period? Because mergers are not something everyone comes across their career like. So just would you like to highlight a few of those interesting things that happened that you saw changed, or maybe were for the better, for the worse?
So, actually, in my case, I very lucky because I had the pleasure of working with Make My Trip. I left Make My Trip and then joined GoIbibo. So I had experienced both cultures in isolation and then actually experienced both of them together as well. A couple of things that I ended up learning in the whole merger process were that the systemic integration of integrating your tech systems, integrating your product at the back end is actually the easy part because they're intelligent folks working in the company on both the sides. The challenging part is actually the cultural integration, right? And actually the value creation also happens there. And our founder Deep Kalra actually rightly said is that culture is going to be the key whether this merger is successful or not. And this I'm talking about beginning of 2017. At this point of time, when we are closing into the second quarter of 2018, I can confidently say that the merger has been successful because two things were done very smartly. One, the best of both cultures were actually amalgamated. MMT is extremely strong with processes, compliance, and actually customer acquisition and retention. At the same time, GoIbibo has been a stalwart in tech innovation. What made this merger work was actually identifying correctly that what are the strengths of both the companies and making sure that one adopts to the another's strength. So today at GoMMT, you will see extremely fast tech innovation at the same time following processes on the tech, product and customer retention side.
Thank you, sir, for that. It was something that we have been taught in our classes, that merging the cultures is the most difficult part of it. And it's great to see that it has happened so smoothly. Next question that we have for you is, we've been seeing a rising trend in the growth of smartphones as well as internet penetration thanks to Jio. How do you think that it will get translated to the growth of voice assistants? And like, how is the growth of voice assistants going to impact the OTA industry?
Okay. I think before diving into voice assistants, we should also understand what powers this. So a lot of artificial intelligence, algorithms have come up which actually power these voice assistants very efficiently. I will talk about the artificial intelligence part first. For example, in GoIbibo, what we have done with something that no OTA has done earlier is actually launched a post-sale artificial intelligence assistant, which is called GIA. So if you want to make an amendment to your booking, you can actually open your GoIbibo app. You don't have to call a customer care agent or talk to a human. You can chat with GIA and you can say, I want to change my booking from 27th August to 28th August. GIA will actually tell you if there is any money to be paid for doing that or if it can be done for free. You can actually say that, GIA, I would like to change the name on my booking, and GIA will actually help you doing that, right? So this is actually the strong artificial intelligence backend that needs to be there before we move on to a voice assistant system. Now, you rightly said that voice assistants are actually growing. Google is already saying that upwards of 35% of its searches today in India are happening with voice, because not all Indians are, let us say, conversant in English and can search in English. We believe in GoIbibo that this is going to be a very, very powerful game changer in the OT industry as well. However, in about 24 months to come, so about 2 years to come. And some of the things that I shared in my demo as well around GoIbibo Express, right? You can actually just say that you need a hotel near you, and it will go ahead and book a hotel near you, and you don't have to pay anything. You have to go and pay at the hotel when you arrive there. So these voice assistants are going to be the next thing in travel. We are making sure our apps become lighter for the Geo transition that you mentioned. So our Go Express is just 1.8 MB compared to the 70 or the 80 MB that usual apps are. At the same time, it is integrated with Google Voice API to ensure that the voice APIs that we use are cutting edge and make sure that the hotel responses are also as fast as possible.
So, do you think the multilinguality will be a problem for voice assistants? Because that will, anyways, increase the weight of the app when you're, anyways, trying to reduce it.
Absolutely not, because it brings back me to the first part of my answer, which is artificial intelligence algorithms are now smart enough to actually run natural language processing algorithms to convert what you are saying in your local dialect into a language that is understandable by the system. So if you say in your local dialect that you need a hotel near you, the algorithm will be able to convert it into a language that can be processed by the system to give a hotel near you.
And lastly, we have a very cliched question for you. What is your message for the students of Vinod Gupta School of Management? Any suggestions, tips? How was your experience? It can be anything.
I think I also shared it during my session. I'll also share it for this video. The message is that whenever you enter a business scenario and or try to solve a business problem, try to extrapolate it to different business models, right? And see that what I'm trying to solve right now for this industry, can this be actually applied to industries across different verticals or different horizontals? That actually just opens up your mind to the possibilities and the value creation potential that is there for different industries.
Thank you so much, sir. And we once again are extremely grateful that you made the time to come out to Kharagpur and spend an exciting session and an exciting evening with us.
Thanks
Thank
a
you.
lot. Thank
Thank
you.
you, sir.